So, you've been trying to build a morning routine for quite some time and you're struggling, right? We all do. And you're trying to understand why in social media people have such perfect morning routines. Some people even wake up at 3:30 a.m. and here you are, you can't even get up at 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. Worry not, because I'm here to guide you. The reality. First things first, let's address those elaborate aesthetic morning routines that we all see on social media. No, those amazing morning routines of waking up at ungodly hours in the morning, having a 10-step skincare routine, making a coffee or a latte, working out for an hour, then cooking breakfast, doing things with the family, and so on and so on, and the list is like long and huge, are not really doable for us on a daily level. Well, not just as a morning routine in any case. And everyone's different. But for me, if I were to do all of these things, I would take an entire day to do them. So it's not for me, but kudos to the people who are able to do it. Nothing against them. For me, it is not a practical and a feasible morning routine at all. And I'm sure that there are many of you who feel in the same way as I do about these long and elaborate morning routines. Now, do keep in mind that morning routines are going to be different for every single one of us, and it will also be based on our lifestyle as well as the phase of life that we are in. So for each one of us, there is our own morning routine, and that morning routine will also change as we change in our lives. So, should you have a morning routine? Yes, of course. I believe that everyone should have a morning routine. Having a routine will make you feel more organized in your life. Having a morning routine will make you feel more disciplined. Waking up and then having some time for yourself is going to ensure that you are in a calm space of mind, and that would be a very big blessing before you start the hustle and bustle of the everyday life. Incorporating activities that boost your physical and mental well-being are an added bonus. So, for the calmness, for the productivity, for the organization, for the boost in physical and mental wellness, and for a calm state of mind, having a morning routine is amazing. Here, I want to clarify that my definition of morning routine means activities that are for my own self. So, things like taking the kids to school, getting ready for office, cooking breakfast for the family do not form a part of the morning routine. And why I say this is because these activities are anyways non-negotiables. We have to do them. So what I am calling a morning routine are basically activities that I have indulged to improve myself and to make my morning a calm and peaceful one. How long should the morning routine be? The short answer is that it depends. There are a lot of factors that can go into the decision of how long a morning routine should be. It is highly tailored and personalized to an individual and as well as to the sphere of life they are in. So do bear in mind that there's nothing called as a 30-minute, 60-minute, 90-minute morning routine. No, you can just have a 15-minute morning routine, whereas someone else can have a 1.5-hour morning routine. That depends really on how much time you really have, who all are there in your family, and generally it depends on the kind of life that you are leading currently and the kind of improvements that you want to make and the way you want your morning routine to be structured. So let's stay realistic when we plan out our morning routine. Now, how do I build a morning routine? Now let's go through some of the steps that we can take to build a morning routine. So the first step would be to know your end time. Now, knowing your end time means knowing the time at which you're going to start those activities which are not for yourself, which are time constrained. So think of activities like cooking for your family, getting the kids ready to go to school, packing family lunch, etc. These sort of activities have a time restriction in the morning, and you have a general idea of by when you need to get started on them so that you are ready at the time, let's say the school bus comes to pick the kids up, or the time that you need to leave for work, etc. For me, this time is 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock, I prefer to have tea with my husband. That is the time when he wakes up and tea is ready for both of us to have together. So 8 o'clock is the time by which I need to complete my morning routine. Now the second step is to know your start time. Now once you've determined your hard stop for the morning routine, now you need to know at what time you need to start it. Ideally, this could be your wake up time. Now, I ask you to be cautious here. Now, instead of setting yourself a very ambitious wake up time, let's first look at the current wake up time. So for me, I wake up between 6 to 6:15 in the morning. So let's take 6:15 to be safe. And 6:15 to 8 a.m. therefore is my time for the morning routine. This is the time that I can devote to a morning routine, among other activities, of course. So 1 hour 45 minutes is the maximum time that I can devote to a morning routine. Now, I understand that there are many of you who might be just waking up and then rushing to start off the day. So as an example, there are many of you who directly wake up and rush to your laptop and start your work for the day. Or there are many of you who just wake up and directly rush to the kitchen to pack your kids' lunch. So for you, I suggest that you experiment by starting to wake up 15 minutes earlier than what you wake up currently, and do one activity which you can call your morning routine in those 15 minutes. Now, the third step is to make a don't do list. Now, a don't do list is a small but very significant way to ensure that what you want to do for the morning routine is actually what you end up doing in the time that you have allocated yourself for it. I personally feel that the don't do list is even more important than making a to-do list for morning routine. So in my case, I used to get up and scroll on YouTube in the morning. I had created this neurological pathway of waking up and then directly going and grabbing my phone and opening the YouTube app. Now, this really ate away the time for my morning routine, and suddenly I found myself almost close to 8 o'clock and having done none of the things that I wanted to do. So the topmost item on my don't do list is do not open the YouTube app once you have woken up in the morning. Another example that I can think of comes from the mentality that we have to wake up and do as many things as we can as quickly as possible. So a lot of us might just wake up and then go straight to the kitchen and decide what's the day's menu. But if you have done step 1 and step 2 correctly, then you know that you have a designated start time to those chores of yours that you do on a regular basis. So therefore, you can take a step back, calm down, finish your morning routine, and then go ahead onto those chores which you have been dying to start off. So the don't do list is actually going to help you break your habit breaking habits and give you the time that is actually needed to start your morning routine. Now, the fourth step is get started. Now you're ready to get started on your morning routine. Now, while you may want to do a lot of things, I suggest to not take up everything at a go, especially if you're a person who is newly starting a morning routine, or if you're someone who's not had a morning routine for quite some time now and have restarted to pick up this habit. I, for one, started with just one habit, which is planning my day. At that time, I used to also wake up much later than the 6:15 that I wake up right now. Over time, I have added habits as my wake up time also kept decreasing, and I also make sure that all these habits are completed before 8 o'clock, and I don't beat myself up in case something is not done for the day. The habits that I have added are also much more relaxed and joyful. As an example of a habit would be meditation. Also keep in mind that you would want to add an additional habit after showing consistency with the current habit for 1 to 2 weeks. If you ever feel that your morning routine is getting very exhausting, please reevaluate, check your daily habits that you want to do, and then reprioritize them. It is your routine, and depending on your vibe, you either want to feel very relaxed when you start your day or feel very pumped up when you start your day. And the final step is evaluate, and evaluate. Keep evaluating your morning routine to make sure that A, you are not overexerting yourself, B, you are only doing things that add value to your life, and C, you are creating a holistic morning routine. There is so much inspiration of morning routines around us that so much of inspiration can become too much inspiration, which will actually hinder us from creating a beautiful morning routine which is tailored to ourselves. So please keep that in mind when you look for inspiration on activities that you would like to do for a morning routine, and make sure that your morning routine is absolutely tailored to your needs, your wants, and who you are as a person. Your morning routine and the time, including the time duration that you do it, is going to change with changing phases of your life. Make sure you give yourself a lot of grace and evolve your morning routine accordingly. That's it for today. Please consider liking my video if you found this useful. Also, let me know in the comments if you are interested in a video around more tips on how to build a consistent morning routine. Subscribe to my channel. Live a happy, balanced life. Bye bye.